How's it going, guys? My name is Spencer or Cobalt Tux, and welcome to Minecraft Console Edition. This is, I think it's called Bedrock, and I've been playing on this version forever. And one of the many cool things about it is I have a bunch of worlds. Me and my friends would just create worlds every couple of weeks, so I just started kind of with 50, and we've walked it up from there. So, you know what? I think we're good, but I've mainly just used this one, World 52. I started it in November of 2020 during COVID, and yeah, I just kind of recently wrapped it up. So I wanted to get in here and just show you what I have been working on. It has been basically just me for the entire time. And this is the spawn. It's not the greatest little thing, but it's got some horse stables and whatnot, and a path. This is very accustomed to all of my things moving forward, so you'll be seeing kind of this style of path for the next foreseeable future. Alright, so the first place here is just kind of a starting place. This is one of the last builds I ever did, kind of reforesting this entire spawn area. And it's mainly just for food, supplies, there's a mine below this, and there's nothing else really. Obviously you can see a little river here. This was originally the first way how I got around before the elytra. And over here is a fishing hut. There's basically nothing in it, but the wall is open right here, so I could just fish into this giant pond. This is how I built kind of these little dams for this waterway. So the boats only go up, I think, 3-4 blocks before getting destroyed. Going down is nice and easy, but if you go just up through the soul sand, it can shoot you up and it can shoot the boat up. So I didn't have to make all of this level, which was nice. So all of these trees are from saplings. This entire thing was just a complete plains biome. There was no trees, there was no nothing. So I basically had to terraform this entire place. And the cool thing about it is, let's see if this tree has it. I was able to put a torch, you can kind of see a little torch, into every single one of these trees, so at night it is very safe on these roads. And we are getting to the first place. This is the village castle, I guess, well, or just a village that has a giant castle wall around it. The first thing here is a music disc grinder, so I could just pop down the trapdoor. Oops, that's a bad idea. I would lure creepers to fall down this hole, and then the skeleton would shoot them, and I would get a bunch of music discs. That's the whole idea. And then this is just basically a village. There's no real thing around it. This one was actually popular. No. This one was also a zombie village, so I had to kind of rebuild it. And all of these villagers were from curing, and breeding, I believe. And yeah, we're not gonna spoil that yet, but I guess that's kind of a thing for the future. The little boat dock, and we're gonna take this, and we're gonna go to my first base. Alright, we pass through here, and this is my first attempt at a village. I never got anybody who actually lives in here, like I got no villagers, but I really did my best to figure this out. So I kind of just like looked on Google Images for like medieval style of buildings, and I bet if you go on, you could probably find like that one. That one was off Google Images. I think I kind of freed-handed this one because mainly I didn't know how to do that stupid little over-the-water thing. I don't know why I did that. And then I built this tower off of Google Images. A lot of this stuff is built off of Google Images. I'm not very creative in that department. Also, a lot of dogs on this world. So yeah, I called that Site Bravo, and this is a stalwart. So this is going to be my first base. Yeah, you get a really nice run up to it. A lot of these glowstone lamps. They're kind of ugly, but you know, when I was just like binge watching Red versus Blue, it was kind of the easiest thing to go into the Nether and grab, and then it's just cobblestone. People don't really like cobblestone, but I'm a big fan of it, as you could tell by the giant wall of cobblestone. Alright, so we passed through the giant thing, and this is my original base. As you can see, it's basically all cobblestone. These are not all of the dogs. Trust me, there are many, many more. And one of the cool things about this base is that there was a skeleton spawner right next to it. So it was great. All I could do was just kind of hide in here, and it looks like the water messed up. But all I could do is just kind of sit down here and then go down 20 blocks and then just hit him with a sword. It was a great way for bows and arrows back in the start. Let's jump in through the kind of main entrance here. So if you go in here, oh, there's the beacon. This is kind of my potion room. This one when bastions were released, so I used a lot of those new blocks. Up here is the bedroom. I've got my two dogs, Cobalt and Rosie, and then my two Cobalt Rosie cat equivalents. The bed that I have not slept in here in a long time, and then a random eagle painting. Down here is my books. I did a whole lot of fishing, so all of these are just covered in books, and then fishing rods, and I believe bows, yeah. This takes you down to a kind of sewer system that turns into the canal. That's kind of the vision, how that was created. Here's the enchanting room, which I'm very proud of. It looks very nice, and this is my as simplest as storage as you could ever think about. And then here's like some more bulk storage for grass and dirt, and I believe gravel in here. Yeah, it's just kind of when I got the new tools, I was like, oh my god, I gotta focus up. So here is kind of the main complex, I guess. There's the main beacon. Here is my dog room and cat room. I still never got all the names like lined up, but I got a good amount of them. Here was the oh wait, yeah, that was the secret room. That was the whole thing about it. Yeah, it just kind of goes down a little bit, and then I've got a bunch of cows in a hole. There's kind of an inside joke to my friend Nick, who back in the day on 360 just like experimented on cows, or fake did. And then here's actually a little fake door here, and this goes down to my mine. It just kind of turned into a like a complex, a little military complex, I guess. Here's the beacon. I tried to make it look nice. I have plenty of resources in this world. Doesn't really matter. And then if I go out here, like I mined all this for stone and stuff. And then this is actually a zombie spawner. So I got a bunch of rotten flesh in here and stuff. So they would just kind of all line up into right here, and I would hit them. That's it. It's not exactly the most interesting thing in the world, but definitely worth the thing. I spent a lot of time down here. Other than that, I just kind of have this ring that goes all the way around. I really camped out here because of that ruined portal, and I kind of remade it, but there's nothing else really that interesting. It kind of goes around. This is like a thing for my wither skulls. They're down there. I'm not gonna go down there. It's just like 3 wither skulls sitting in a nice little like fortified thing. And then over here are the farms. There's animal. Here are the sugarcane, the wheat. And I think that's it. I think it just kind of shoots out. And then all the way down here, I think I just makes you get inside. And then here was my main fishing spot. For a really, really long time, I would just kind of fish off of these things, and then just put all of my stuff into the chests. I did that for mending books, and that's mainly how I got all of my mending books. So that was my main base for a long time, but I used to actually have a giant mountain here, and as you can see by the completely clear thing and the little bit of mountain left, you can clearly see that there's a big line in the sand. And I'll get back to the stuff I'm running past, but all of this was a giant mountain that I completely carved out over a week of time. Yeah, I didn't really have much to do December, mainly just because of COVID sending us home early. So this is what I would do. Let's shoot back up to up here. Up here was my first attempt at a like a villager trading hall, just trying to get mending. I didn't realize that you could do the books in a different way, so all of these guys were cured and whatnot, and it goes for a little bit. I really gave it a good try, but it never really worked out. This is just a an AFK spot I would do, and then all of this is basically completely flattened and lit up. So I have almost a completely mob-proof area, which is really nice. And all of these resources went into the creation of my second base. This is my horse Fizzy. I don't really use him anymore, but yeah, this is the creation of the second base that I made. So in here, we tried to do more villagers and never really worked out. Empty room, classic. Here was my attempt at a storage thing that actually worked really well, and I brought it back for a little bit. So I'll show you what these could do a little bit, but you can just put things down here and it will cycle down to downstairs, which was super nice at the time. But let's go up. Here is my bed, my singular bed and a decoration full of nothing. My netherite armor kind of goes there. I had my old set of diamond. Here is some farms. And then I have more farms here. And then over here, oh wait, that goes down. Okay, let's go back down. Sometimes it's a little confusing. Alright, yeah, perfect. Let's head right back down. So this is the storage room. So it basically, you put the stuff in the chests at the top and they filter into these types of chests. So here's all my coal, here's all my valuable resources. Got a lot of heads from channeling on the tridents. Here's my little furnace room. And then you run over here. Here's the rest of my chest. Here's like my bulk dirt storage and whatnot. It's it gets a little crazy when you go down a little bit more. And then here, I use Google Images just to like create some fun little rooms. So I don't even know what this one would be for. Here is my enchanting table, which I really liked this look on Google. And then this was supposed to be like a trophy room, and it never really worked out. This is supposed to simulate the overworld, the nether, the end. I'm an end crystal. And then I don't know what this is for. But that was my main like entire base. This is what I spent most of my time on that freshman year. And I was done with that for a while. So we can just kind of head back over to Bravo and we can kind of see a little bit more of these pathways. I have a lot of pathways and I've got a lot of river access. So let's follow this pathway next to this river. You can see a little stable here. But this pathway basically follows the river. I wanted a pathway to follow most of the rivers, at least in the big square. You'll kind of see some of the other areas where I didn't do that. But this shows up next to the dog church. So I found this on Google with like the stained glass, and the dogs are in here praying. So I can come up here and give a sermon if I ever wanted to do that. I have a skeleton farm right there that I built out, and we are back at the dark oak thing. But you know, this water path actually goes a different way, and you can see it right here on the distance. This was an abandoned birch village that I kind of flattened out, made to look nice, built a wall, and then never put anything in it. I think that's a theme of this. And then, oh my god, this was the dumbest thing I ever made. So instead of like ending it here, I really wanted that nice little thing so you can kind of see how tall that is. But a boat would have to go up and up and up and up just to go like 20 blocks and then go all the way down. But then you can see my third base in the distance. So let's Let's grab a rocket and let's just fly over there. So I really like this place so much. I think this is my favorite one. And if I had to pick a favorite, it definitely would be this one. So I've got like a nice little rock thing into here. So here was my farm. It was all wheat, and then I found this windmill design on Google. Guess what? And then over here was my main house. Kind of a deck hanging out. I never really got the chance to decorate it. Surprise, surprise. But now I've got the basic essentials. And then downstairs is kind of the main area. I have this big glass thing overlooking the little riverway. And then I've got all of my dogs named after my characters in Star Wars The Old Republic. This was during Prime Addiction years. So, yeah. I have way more characters than just these dogs, by the way. That's a topic for another day. And then up here is a bed and bookshelves and nothing else. Really nice. And then get a really nice look at the sunset, though. Or sunrise. I'm an idiot. Here is my one of my many other attempts at the trading hall, and I don't know what happened here, but it actually does work. Zombies can't really get in, so I've been you know, I got emeralds and whatnot. That's a house that I never used, found it on Google Images. This is a farm I found on Google Images that looks nice. It's a little sheep pen. And then one of my favorite things about this base is that I built this when every single one of my friends left or stopped playing the game. So down here is my friend Joe's house, and you can really see how much time he spent on this base. But yeah, I basically just kind of took over his land because I liked it. But I know I teased it when we got down to oh my god, I completely forgot about the Birch Town. All right. So this is my one of my many camping trips. I think you kind of have seen them on like Minecraft videos, but where you just kind of throw all your stuff in a chest and then go out in the world and then build something else. This is kind of what I ended up building for like 2 days. There's the tease I was just trying to ramble at, but yeah, nice little birch house. It was week 5 of the NFL season. It was the Chargers versus the Patriots, and I decided I wanted to build a castle. So what I ended up creating over the next 3 years, because I would just get burnt out by creating this stupid thing, was Fort Tux, is what I called it. And it doesn't look that impressive, but for somebody of my building skill, I think this is one of the coolest things I've ever actually done in this game. So let's just run in through the lobby here. Here's the I don't know, the little small storage room, but let's go this way. Let's show the kind of the main thing first. A lot of these are empty hallways, which kind of sucks, but it's whatever. So this is the main thing here. You can see the little chair of gold there. But these 2 stairs lead down to the basement, and then here is like the nature way. I think that looks super nice. Got 4 beacons, by the way. It's dope. So here is the throne room, I guess you could call it. So I've got a little thing of gold, which looks nice. And then yeah, but I don't really. I built this when I first made it, and then I did not come back to it. I think it was the last thing I made. Over here, I've just got little like pens. I think they were gonna be for stuff, but it ended up just being blank. Here is a recreation of that storage system. I think I made it a little bit better. Here, this is just like a nice little thing. Then that, and then I have an entire thing that just kind of goes all the way around. There's nothing really on this floor, but let's head to the basement where usually all of my utility work is. So this is kind of like a nice little cafe, and there's actually a natural river here, so I thought it was going to be a super cool idea if we implemented this into the build. So we just have a river running all the way through the castle. And then I kind of made this a little bit better and whatnot, and I think this looks super, super cool. So we're gonna move on here. You can kind of see the storage room here. It's basically exactly the same as the other one back in my old base. But yeah, there's nothing else really to talk about there. Here is an animal farm that actually has animals in it. I spoke too soon. There's nobody in there, and I've got one cow. But here are my sheep, chickens. There's a cow, and then that's it. And then I have a little bee nest here. I never really figured out bees, but this entire column is just for these trees, and then these bees. I don't really know what to do with them, but yeah. Okay. And then over here are two villagers. I assume one is unbreaking, and then the other is mending. And those are basically the only two enchantments I would ever need in my entire life. Here's a little bamboo farm that this minecart always... Oh, the minecart's working. Sometimes it always gets stuck. Sugarcane farm. I believe this is a pumpkin and melon farm, and then an entire thing of wheat. The coolest thing about this thing is just kind of the luck I had in terms of mob spawners. So this one is I believe this one is the skeleton farm? No, this one is the zombie farm. So I have a zombie spawner up basically kind of this level, which was super, super nice. And then if you go past the little entrance there and go to this one is a skeleton farm. So in the, in 40 blocks, I've got two different mob spawners, which was super, super lucky. So let's go over through here. Then I've got one other building to show. This is my little furnace room, and then I have a sheep farm, just collecting a bunch of light blue wool for a lot of carpets that you will see on the third floor. Let's take a stop down here. Don't mind the slabs. I tried to stop out those little guys from getting through, but this is where I got all of the stone for the stone brick, and it's ridiculous. I actually made this world obviously before the Deep Slate update, so I have a little thing down here, and then I've got all of the beacons running. Ow. I hate slime so much because of this stupid world. But let's go up before I keep getting attacked, because I do not want to deal with them. Alright, so this is my kind of main third floor area. So here is the potion room, super clean, like white, sterile. That's kind of the idea. And then here is my enchantment area. Didn't really get to do anything with that. It just kind of is for appearances at this point. And then here, oh god, this is the map room. This is where I put all of my maps down and went, oh my god, I spent too much time in this world. So let's just take a look, shall we? Here is the spawn where we first started this video. Here's that Dark Oak town. Here's the village. Here's that entire waterway. Here is Bravo. Here is Stalwart. Here is my new base located right there. And then we took all of the things back. Here's the little dog church. We didn't get out to here. That was one of my friends' houses. The Birch Town, my first thing. The Birch little house and farms. And then Fort Tux, which is just a giant stone square. But yeah, this is kind of where I ended up putting it out. And here's like the meeting room for all of the friends to get on. And then if actually anybody would ever get on, I've got Josh's bed, Alan's bed, Nick's bed, and Joe's bed. But none of them will ever get on because sadly this world is over. But I had so much fun making it. I basically spent 4 years of my life building this stupid world. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. Minecraft is a game I have been playing since I was a little kid. And when at my lowest, which was definitely during college, this is a constant I really had in my life. So thank you for watching this little tour video. If you enjoyed any of my buildings and stuff, you can look them all up on Google. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.